All right, let's do a short little video before I lose daylight. So I'm gonna show you my next project. This seems to be an ongoing project. I'm not even sure, I don't even know if it's gonna get done or not. I've got to use it like once, kind of. So, can anybody guess what that is back there? Can you guess? Yeah. That is my poor caterpillar tunnel, and it has been destroyed this time. This is not even, I mean, maybe 2 ribs can be used for this, but I don't think so. So this, of course, is the aftermath of when the hurricane came through, and this is what we got. So we got some higher winds than what we normally do. Of course, nothing like anybody else got, and if this is nothing compared to the destruction anywhere else, but this wouldn't have done this. But it's a good lesson that I need to be a little bit, you know, more particular. I didn't put the sides down. You can see it just sheared those right off. These have been definitely compromised. So got some definite rebuilding to do. I will say that these new anchors that I put in, if you see these rebar anchors, they did not come up. So that's a good thing. So the rebar anchors that I put in the ground, I repounded in the ground, did not come up. And so the plastic I will reuse. I was gonna nix it, I was just gonna not worry about it, but I think I am gonna rebuild it just because I've spent a lot of time and effort in this. I just weeded the sides, I just put all mulch down, and I was really looking forward to putting something in there this year. So I've got to redo this. So I'm taking all of this twine off. I'm not using this twine because I think it is twisted twine. So I went ahead and I actually looked up and I found somebody else that makes them out of fence posts, like chain link fence posts, the top of the top rail. It actually fits inside each other, and you just tap screw those together, and you can either bend them yourself with a homemade jig, or Bootstrap Farmer actually has a jig and he has something made that I'm gonna get, and you just bend them. I think it's gonna come in handy because then I can bend, you know, if I wanna make more, I can do that. I'm gonna have it. So I do have to buy the fence posts, the top rails, and while those are more expensive than this, it's still less expensive than buying something this length, this size. This is 12 by 75 feet long, so it is pretty good size. So to buy a greenhouse kit or anything like that is kind of expensive. I am going to try to reuse this plastic. It does have holes in it from the last time this happened, but the last time the holes were from, I think, the rebar hitting it and everything. The rebar stayed in the ground, so I don't have to worry about that. I bought new twine, which is actually braided nylon, so that's actually going to work out better. It'll be stronger. Some of this twine, I think I looked at some of it and it actually broke. But what happened, I think, is the air got underneath this. I didn't put the sides down, so it was just a big sail out here, and it just took off with it. I didn't even think of it whenever the storms were coming through. Didn't even think of it. So I really need to get this cleaned up, and probably, well, not until I probably get everything ready for it though, because the wind is actually holding, not the wind, the water is actually holding this plastic down right now. So I got the braided, 1/4 inch braided nylon rope to go back and forth over to make the caterpillar look. And then I bought 1 inch webbing, nylon webbing, to put kind of wrap around, instead of the twine like I had around each of the ribs to hold them. I'm going to use the webbing. I'm going to wrap them around, and on each end I'm going to use a ratchet off of a strap, and I'm going to put it on there and hook it to the posts on the end. That way I can ratchet it down, and it shouldn't move, right? It shouldn't move. And I'll just have to make sure I still have, you know, I have to make sure that I remember to put the sides down, but it shouldn't, like, it should hold better, right? It should hold better. So I do still have my clips. So I have the braid and the webbing already ordered, so that should be here. I found the best price for those on Amazon right now, so I don't know. Hopefully I will get those. And then I'm going to get the top rails locally at my Menards store because, of course, they have the 11% off, and they seem to be the cheapest. So, and I have a rebate there, so there's that plus. So I am going to get those. I just have to figure out if I want to get all of them right now, because that is 16 posts, or 16 ribs. So that's 32 posts. Yeah. So may just work a little bit at a time, but I do have to get the bender first, so that maybe I should get that. I don't know. But anyways, so just some tips. If you're going to build a caterpillar tunnel, maybe research it a little bit more than I did. Especially if you have high wind areas or, you know, lots of weather like that or anything. Maybe don't go with the PVC. Wasn't able to get whole pieces, so mine are actually 10 foot, and you can tell like these two broke. The one that had broke before is broken again, and these just, I didn't even see it. I really wish I would have had a video of it, like doing whatever it's doing. It probably would have been kind of crazy to watch because it's just kind of a mess, but all the rebar's in the ground, so that's a plus. I won't have to worry about that, so that should stay in there. I'll just have to make sure they don't move, because if they're kind of wiggly, I will have to redo those. But yeah, so there's my project. Hopefully before, you know, too much longer. We're already into October, so we're getting close to, well, we're probably a month or so out, maybe 4 to 6 weeks out from our first frost date here. And I was really wanting to get some stuff in there, but I don't know. We'll see. You just, you know, I've been trying to do that for, you know, 3 years. So it may not happen this year either. I don't know. We'll see. I may just close it up and put the chickens in there. I have no idea. I mean, and get the ground ready. But anyways, there's the caterpillar tunnel, and that is what it looks like now. So, yep. Be sure to like and subscribe, and don't forget to be lovely lights today.